Learning player tendencies is the best way to become a great defender. Learn how in today's video. Hey team, it's Coach Conley with Conley Hoops. I've been training and coaching basketball players for 20 plus years. If you'd like to learn the same skills that I teach all my players, subscribe to our channel so you get all the latest videos every week. You know, I've been teaching the same skills to all my high school, pro, and college players for so many years. I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. What skills do you need to learn? And maybe I'll put it in another video. Today we're talking about tendencies. Every player has a tendency. And today we're going to discuss a couple players and what you see in their game to show what they really like to do. And to be a great defender, you got to learn player tendencies and figure out how to take those things away. So today we're going to break down Morant and Donovan Mitchell and see what they really like to do and see how you as a great player can take away some of those things from another good player and become a defender that your coach wants to play. Becoming a great defender is not easy. It takes discipline and hard work. Some of the best defenders in the NBA have learned certain skills that allow them to be great defenders. The first step to understanding tendencies is to watch and learn. Whether you're in the game from the start or you are playing from the bench, watch players and how they play. Everybody has certain skills that they love to either go to. They like to drive left, they like to drive right, they like to shoot jumpers, they like to shoot going left and not right. Everybody's got tendencies. So start being a student of the game and watching players and what they love to do. If you can take those things away, you're going to be a successful defender. First player we're going to study is Morant, one of the most incredible athletic point guards we've seen, definitely the new face of the league. But every player has tendencies, and is no different. He loves starting the ball in his left hand. He loves going left. He loves creating on the left side of the court. Now, that doesn't mean he can't go right. That doesn't mean he can't shoot going right. We're not saying that. But every player is more comfortable doing one thing than they are another. Your ability to take that away as a defender or a coach can be the difference between 10 or 20 points going the other way and making an offensive player work hard at what they do to make it not so easy and comfortable. Remember, as a great defender, you want to make the offensive player uncomfortable and work harder. In this clip, you can see he starts to his right, but he comes back left over the screen. You'll see a lot of him going left. He gets to an open space on the baseline and pulls up a jumper. In this clip, you have another high pick and roll where Adams sets the pick on his left side. Now, Adams and him know that that's probably where he wants to be. And even if he tries to set the pick on the other side, you'll see that has a tendency to snake back. Now, like I said, everybody has their tendencies. On this play, he attacks right and goes all the way to the basket. But if you really know him, he's really always trying to get back to that left. And if you keep him going right, he's always going to try to get back to that left, keeping him a little uncomfortable. You can see two players in a row here where likes to get back to his left hand for a short floater. You can see how much more comfortable he is picking that ball up with his left hand and shooting with the right. This is a good example of really wanting to get back to his left hand. I believe even off this pick, you can see Brown cuts off his right and makes him go left. Now, easily could have got to the rim going right, but he wanted to cross back to his left, get in rhythm, and shoot the jumper. These are the things you're looking for as a defender to try to make people uncomfortable. And is no different. Watch as backs up the defender. The defender is trying to force him right, but he gets to the right to left crossover, getting comfortable into the jumper. Now, can score a number of different ways, but you can see the tendency in these clips is that he wants to get to that left hand. In the playoffs, we'll watch this again and see if defenses are trying to keep him on his right hand and making it more difficult for him to get to that left hand and expose them and score more points. Donovan Mitchell is another very dynamic guard, but he does the opposite. He loves having the ball in his right hand. And the more clips you watch, the more you can see he loves going that way. Now, of course, he could go left and score, and he's going to do that to you as well. But we always know players are creatures of habit, and the more we make them uncomfortable, the harder their lives will be. So in this case, Donovan, loving getting to his right hand, you can see that he takes advantage of defenses that way all the time. In this first clip, you can see how quickly Donovan gets back to his right hand. Now, I know he's using space that's available to him, but over the course of a game, you can see how many times he loves having that ball in his right hand, creating many, many shots for himself. You can see the high pick here sets him up going right into an open space for a pull-up jumper. Donovan loves going right on his jumpers. He's very comfortable that way, and that's something that if you were really trying to defend him and stop him, you would want to take away as soon as possible. Even on the Euro step here, you can see how he starts only one dribble with his right hand. He picks it up and goes back to his left side, but he's always having that ball in his right hand. Here's another high pick. He comes off of it with his left hand, crosses back to his right, and gets to his right jumper. Donovan here, he crosses twice actually to set up the screen, but he could have gone left if he wanted to. He's just so much more comfortable getting to that right hand jumper, and you can see how much easier it is for him. This is one of his favorite drives, and you can see how the Cavaliers set up the offense for him to continue his dribble right and gets around both screens for an easy shot. Now you could say on this play, but he's going back to his left. Of course, but he's not dribbling it with his left hand. Everything he creates is from his right hand. That's where he's comfortable. That's where he wants that ball. If you were to stay on his left hand in these games, you could easily force him into more difficult shots. He could still score. We're not taking away great offensive players, but we're going to make him uncomfortable. And you'll see that's probably what's happened to him in the playoffs, making it more difficult for him. Another perfect example here against Boston. He comes off the screen going left, but still gets right back to his right hand for the pull-up. He could have attacked the defender downhill and got straight to the basket, but instead he got to his right hand, gets to a comfortable open shot for him, and knocks it down. This whole play right here is set up for him to drive baseline right-handed. This is where they want him on the floor. These things are worked on in practice over and over again because great players in the NBA want their opportunities to be clean and what they do best. Now again, I do say guys can go left, and here Donovan proves it by going left to the basket all the way. But I would live with him going left 90% of the game than I would letting him get to his right hand and be comfortable. Now these are two great offensive players in our league today, but you can tell even at their best, you can take things away from them that will make them uncomfortable and make them work harder for their baskets. So understand, great players will score wherever they want, but if you're reactive and just wait for them to go downhill on you or just get to open spots and you're always reactive, you're always not going to be in the right positions. Coaches want defenders that understand the game and can make players uncomfortable. It's not all about being super aggressive. It's about knowing things like this that will set you apart from other players that you play with. Remember, it takes hard work and discipline. The first thing you should always do is be able to take away a person's left or right hand. See which way they like to go and try to take away that first, especially against great players. Making them go away from their strong hand is so important and will give you such an advantage. And make sure you're watching and studying. Make sure you know what players on the other team love to do. If you can take away just one player's great playmaking ability, you're gonna help your team win every night. That's it for today's video. If you would like to train with me and get personalized feedback, check out the link in the description below where you can sign up for our program.